Will.
Goodbye, Mother.
Don't leave me here!
Dad has to get me out of here. Hey. Paul, Jennifer.
Grab your toothbrush, Will. You're going home.
Will's getting released today?
Today, tomorrow, what difference?
Wait a minute, I thought there was going to be a hearing.
There was. Jessica represented Hal, Paul, and Jennifer.
I guess if the victim's own brother-in-law thinks it's okay for her killer to walk the streets, then why not?
There were a lot of other signatures on the affidavit, Lily. A lot of them were more important than mine.
Oh, who signed it? Excuse me, don't I have the right to know that?
Bob, Kim, Lisa.
What about Rose? Doesn't the way that she died mean anything to anybody?
Depriving Will of his entire childhood is not going to bring Rose
I
back.
can't believe your attitude about this.
Lily, I'm sorry, but it's done. Will is coming home.
Well, I've got Will's room ready. Paul and Jennifer should have picked him up by now, so he should be here any minute.
Murdered a model citizen in less than a year. It's got to be some kind of record, don't you think?
My son is not a murderer. You know as well as I do that Will didn't mean for Rose to die. His mother goaded him into believing he had to save the family, so he did something that backfired in a way he never imagined.
Okay, Barbara has to take a lot of blame for that. I'll give you that. She damaged the boy, but my question to you is, doesn't it take a little longer than this to undo all that damage?
You haven't talked to Will, Emily. I have. And for the first time, he sees how dangerous Barbara is, and he wants nothing to do with her.
Oh, okay, so that means he's cured?
His doctors think he's made remarkable progress.
Can I get that in writing?
There are no guarantees, Emily. You know that.
Yeah, I do know that. I'm just wondering if you do.
I'm doing what anybody in my position would do. I'm taking care of my son.
And I'm doing the same. That's why Daniel and I have to leave.
Oh, come on, Emily. Pick up. What happened that made Allison slap you like that?
Ask Emily.
There she is. There's my girl. Morning, Mom. I made you a special wedding breakfast. French toast, fresh raspberry.
No food. Wedding day jitters, huh?
Perfectly normal.
Well, is it normal for the bride to hurl on her way down the aisle?
Oh, honey, you're not gonna hurl. I'm a doctor. I can fix that.
Mom.
You're gonna float down the aisle. Excited and beautiful, in a dress that fits you like the petals on a rose. And you're gonna know in your head and in your heart that Chris Hughes is the luckiest man on the planet.
Then why?
Why? Why what? What is it, sweetie?
No, I promised myself I was not going to think about that today.
Is it Aaron? He said some really awful things to you yesterday. And I wouldn't blame you a bit if you were having a hard time forgetting it. Miracle of miracles. I'm actually going to have a dress to wear today.
The place in Chicago finally sent it?
Finally is the word. You think having the dress arrive on the day you're getting married is cutting it a little short?
See, I told you. Everything was going to work out. You're going to look great.
Yeah, well, we all know that every eye is going to be focused on the bride.
Yeah, Allie's pretty psyched about her dress.
Of course, the dress doesn't count. It's who's wearing it. And Allie is going to be a glowing bride, I guarantee it. That girl has lots of sparkle. She could probably get married in
Mom, will you stop it? Just stop, please. Stop pretending like you're happy about my wedding.
Will somebody tell me what's going on?
got a place. Got a justice of the peace. Now all I need is my bride. Where is my bride? There is my bride. Oh.
Frank said we could get married at his place?
Oh, the guy loves weddings. Who knew? He's been down the aisle 5 times himself. Come on, go get dressed.
Wait a minute, what am I gonna wear? I gotta call all my friends from work and Kaylee, and how am I gonna get all this done?
Miracles have gotten us this far. One more and we're husband and wife. That's it. JJ, just the man I wanted to see. I gotta ask you a question.
What is it?
If it's okay with you, I'd like to marry your mother.
Carly, do you want something to eat or drink? Carly? Honey, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of a way to find the little boy this cat belongs to. I'm sure it was the same kid who was with that woman at the water park. They know where Jack is.
Maybe.
Why else would we have found this hat right at the same place that Jack made the call?
If it was Jack who called.
No, it was Jack.
Honey, you had just gone on TV begging for help in finding your husband. People aren't always that kind.
Rosanna, I recognized his voice.
The employee at the water park recognized his photograph. Jack is alive. And the last time he was seen, he was with JJ and his mother. If I find out where they live, I find Jack.
But you don't even know their last names.
But I do know what they look like.
Who are you calling?
The one person who can help me bring Jack home.
As the World Turns is sponsored by Pampers, inspired by babies, created by Pampers.
No, I don't care what Aaron says. He was just jealous, so he made up a lie. I mean, Chris would never cheat on me. I know that. You've known him forever. Would he ever do something like that?
Honey, let's not waste our time talking about hypothetical situations. We have a very, very sacred ritual to perform.
We do?
We do. We have to make sure you have something borrowed and something blue.
That is so cheesy.
You don't want to do
No,
it?
of course I do. Can you call Emily? And do you think she's too busy getting ready?
Emily is your sister. Today of all days, she's going to put you first. She's going to answer to me.
Is this really about Daniel? Or is this about getting back at me because I didn't run this by you? Because I would have, you know, if I'd been given a little bit more lead time, but things just happen so fast.
All right, so fast. So no time. No time to consult me, to hold me, to share a meal with me, just to talk to me.
All right, Emily, what else is going on?
Isn't Will's release enough?
No. You've been tense for weeks.
I love Will. Okay, I want to help him. I want to be there for him. It's just...
What? Tell me.
I don't want to lose you.
Then work with me. Don't take Daniel and leave. Can you imagine how Will will feel if he comes back here and he finds out the two of you have moved out? Now I'm asking you as your husband and your partner, work with me on this, please, Emily.
Everything we have right now, it just seems so fragile and so... I'm sorry, I just... It's my mom. Hello?
Emily. Allison and I want you to come over so we can do the something borrowed, something blue ceremony.
Mom, I'd love to, but I can't.
Emily, you get over here in 5 minutes. or I will march over there and drag you out by your heels. Emily's on her way. Wedding crisis. I have to go over there. I'm sorry.
And Will is going to be here any minute.
I'm sorry, I can't, okay? I'm sorry. I just have to do this.
Are you coming back?
What about a compromise?
Like what?
I don't know, maybe Daniel and I stay at my mom's for a week. Let Will settle in, and we'll see what happens then.
I guess I can live with that.
Can you?
I guess. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mom, I'm sorry, okay? I'm just a little wound up today. I didn't mean to tear your head off.
Well, you know, I really did mean what I said. I mean, Allie's going to be a beautiful bride, and your father and I are looking forward to welcoming her into the family.
I know that she's not the ideal bride that you would have picked out for me, but
Yeah.
I appreciate you supporting it anyway.
I have such a bad feeling about this.
Well, he's not the first person in wedding history to get last-minute jitters.
I know, but I'm really serious about it. Yesterday at the rehearsal, Allie seemed so, I don't know, like she was trying so hard, maybe too hard. I just wonder if she's starting to see what I've been seeing, and that's Chris is unhappy about something.
Any suggestions?
I don't know, maybe you ought to have a heart-to-heart with him and make sure that he really wants to get married. Otherwise, those two kids are going to end up with so much heartache.
You know, most people in this town are okay with Will being released.
Emily's not. She doesn't want someone with Will's problems living under the same roof as Daniel. Oh, I'm gonna talk to her.
Why?
Because the judge only agreed to release Will if he lived with Hal, and if Emily refuses, then maybe we can get him locked up again.
Lily, would you please just listen to yourself? It's like you're bound and determined to destroy this kid's life.
How can you stick up for him?
Same way I stuck up for you after Rose died. When you went off the deep end, I was there for you. And I'm glad that I was.
That was different. I didn't hurt anybody.
Yes, you did. But I forgave you. Luke and Faith, they both forgave you. Now it's your turn to forgive.
Can I just tell you how much I am not gonna miss this place?
Well, good, because you are never coming back here.
Where you're going, Will, Mother won't be able to get to you, ever. Promise?
Hey, she's been sedated, Will, and she's locked in isolation.
Let's go home.
You want to marry my mom?
JJ, I love her. Ever since I woke up in the hospital bed and she was looking down at me, it felt like it was meant to be.
You mean like fate?
Like fate. Smart kid. Yeah, like some higher power was making sure that the three of us were a family.
When you say you want to marry my mom, do you mean forever?
With your permission, yeah. Oh.
I think we just got our last miracle.
Rosanna, this is Evelyn Lynch. She's the forensic artist down at the police station. Evelyn, this is my sister, Rosanna Cabot.
Nice to meet you.
I'm so glad I could do something for Jack's family. He was a great guy.
He is a great guy.
Everyone down at the station is hoping you're right.
I am. And with your help, I'll be able to find him. Sit down, please. Yeah.
And you say you're looking for two people you met at a park, a mother and her son?
Yep, that's
and
right.
those are the people you think Jack's with now?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Sit down, please. Close your eyes. Picture yourself arriving at the park. You're parking the car, you're getting out, you're at the entrance, you're buying tickets.
Okay.
Now, try to focus in on those two people. Let's begin with the boy's mother. Tell me what you see.
Hi, excuse me. This is an odd favor, but I'm wondering if you could watch my little boy for me just so I can change my baby's diaper, if that's okay.
It is great. I wouldn't mind at all, yeah.
Really? Good. Thanks. You're a lifesaver. I see your